Hi, my name is Michael Ortiz, and I actually graduated last year from California State University, Channel Islands with a bachelor's degree in English literature.
Hi, everyone. My name is Katarina Vidana, and I graduated from Cal State LA in 2018. A few weeks ago, I graduated from USC with a master's degree in social work.
Graduating this year means literally just an overall accomplishment due to the simple fact that I'm one of the first ones in my immediate family, or the only one in my immediate family, graduating with my bachelor's degree. I know throughout the pandemic, it's been extremely hard for most of us students, to actually achieve our goals. I actually lost my father recently due to COVID. May he rest in peace. But that actually helped me out a lot with, just keep on going, more motivation. I feel like a big weight off of my chest, as in like I actually satisfied not only myself, but I did it for my dad as well.
To graduate for me and my family, it meant more than just getting a degree. When I was young, I was severely depressed, and I actually dropped out of both middle school and high school on 2 separate occasions. I didn't really see a purpose in education or anything at all. But my loving mother, who was raising me by herself at the time, she promised me that she would take care of my college if I would just keep fighting and if I would pursue something that I cared about. So I followed my love for writing. To me, my degree isn't just a key to getting a job in my field. I've actually had very little luck with that, but it's more of a symbol that I can conquer anything that gets set before me, that I'm intrinsically valuable, and the only thing holding me back is my mentality.
Graduating, I think, sets higher standards. For my experience, you don't really have many uncles, tias, parents graduating from universities. And so I think for me, it means a lot of hope for the next generation and definitely opportunities for them.
One of my main struggles has been coming from a Latino family. It's been literally just financially. It's been hard, specifically when you have family that, are barely on the edge of paying their bills with this whole pandemic happening, people getting laid off. That was probably one of my main struggles, aside from basically what happened with my father. And, mentally it kind of messes with you. But at the same time, like I said, it just pushes you to finish through the finish line. But yeah, financially, I think it's been one of the main reasons why, I think a lot of the students finish at a later time, or they just, struggle to actually finish at least within the 4-year period.
Failure is a part of education, and it was tough to find motivation in times of failure. I will never forget my first semester when I got a 43% on my psychology midterm, leaving me to seriously question if college was right for me. One simple failing grade on one test in a subject that I was not strong in. That's how little it took to challenge my self-worth. So you can imagine how many pep talks I had to give myself to get where I am right now. It goes beyond pep talks, though. I had to make serious life alterations to understand my study habits. During midterms and finals, I would uninstall every video game from my computer so that I was not tempted, and I would lock myself in my room in dead silence, and I would make an environment for myself where I basically couldn't break my own rules. It's essential to know how you study and to surround yourself with an environment that supports that.
Being a first generation college student definitely comes with a lot of responsibility. There's a lot of fear of failure. I had challenges with financial aid. Some of the challenges that I also experienced was just being away from family for the first time and learning to be independent. So that was all so new. But now graduating, I think I feel so grateful and honored to be a first generation college student.
For my next step, it's actually pursuing my career. As some of my colleagues, some of my classmates know, I love to talk a lot. So this is why I'm a communications major. So I want to pursue a job in sports broadcasting. So that's something I've always had. I've always had in mind. I'm extremely knowledgeable when it comes down to sports, when it comes down to a lot of statistics, and just overall, just the personality in general. That's something I've always wanted since I was a kid. Other than that, my whole family is law enforcement. This is why I chose a whole different career, even though they kept on pressuring me. Hey, do this, do CHP, do this, do that. Like, no, you know what? No, I'm going to do what my heart desires. And thankfully, I accomplished it. And man, I'm so happy. I couldn't be more blessed at this point.
When I started college, I initially wanted to be a high school English teacher, and I wanted to be a writer on the side. But boy, did my plans change as I went through college. I'd still love to teach. My high school English teachers were pretty much the sole reason I enjoyed school, and I always wanted to be that for other kids. However, I have found new passions, new purposes, and I want to write creatively full-time, as well as producing my own media commentary on issues that matter to me. My dreams include producing my own show, writing my own films, books, and video games, and doing political commentary.
My plans for the future. I recently got back from a trip. So one of my plans was to travel. I either wanted to go to Greece or Tulum. Fortunately, I was able to travel to Tulum, so I just got back. I'll be working for the Department of Children and Family Services in Los Angeles, which is child welfare work. I just would like to give back, continue to be a role model. I would like to get my license, become a clinical social worker so that I can go back into the school systems and provide therapy for youth.
What motivated me the most, I would have to say my self-ambition, aside from my family, of course. I've always been one of those types of people that I've always set my mind to something, and some way, somehow, I know that once I achieve it, it's just a good feeling. You know, I like rewarding myself just by feeling good about my accomplishments. And like I said, there's a lot of people that I know they do stuff for other people because their family wants them to, or because, you know, it's good for the money. With me, it's more of this is what I want to do, and this is what I'm going to get done. And I'm going to do it because I'm going to feel good internally, and I'm going to be happy with it. So this is why I chose this path, because this makes me happy. Communications, broadcasting, honor personality, everything I'm going through right now, it's actually, I don't know, it just gives me joy.
Before my junior year of high school, I did not want to go into higher education or even remain in lower education. Having a troubled childhood and being naturally adversarial, I wanted to break free from everything. I hated being forced to learn things that I didn't care about when I already knew what I wanted to do from age 10. I failed algebra 3 times before I took it as a summer school course just to squeeze into college. How was I supposed to be excited about doing that for 4 more years? I felt a sense of helplessness, realizing that I didn't have a plan after high school if I didn't go to college. If I pursued writing, who knows how long it would have been before I could sell a piece or get a job writing for some studio or industry. Ultimately, I decided college would be the safer route, as I could always get my credential and become a teacher, or at the very least, a degree in English might make me look more appealing to people that are looking for writers. I also thought college would bolster my skills, and boy, was that an understatement. I was wildly unprepared to write professionally until I went through the gauntlet of academia.
Now that you're actually diving into the real world of, you know, trying to get a job, obtain a job, you know, there's gonna be a lot of competition nowadays. I've never been afraid of rejection, but nowadays it's gonna be like it's something that you worked so hard for. But I know that consistency, I know being persistent actually helps out a lot. So you can't stop, right?
What excites me the most about being a graduate is that I will never have to be in school again. For years, I have been eager to actually do something with my knowledge and skills instead of just practicing over and over again. I can apply wherever I want, and I can pursue any type of career path I desire now, and I'm infinitely more prepared. I wouldn't say anything necessarily scares me about post-graduation life. I came out of college busting at the seams to be free and to do something meaningful. But I would say that the labor market at the time of my graduation is easily the thing that deters me the most right now. I always knew it'd be difficult to find a job out of college, but the current state of the job market makes it even more so. This is why I'm turning towards independent production and making a success out of myself.
I'm so excited to go back to the work grind. I took almost a whole year off without working, so making money right now is definitely a plus. I can't wait to go back. I'm also excited to unfold what life is now that I've accomplished my dreams. So what life is as a master's. It was a lot of dedication and hard work, especially for myself, because again, being first generation and school did not come easy. I had to work extra to get good grades. I think it's a huge accomplishment I'm excited, and it's a good relief for me. It's interesting because I have graduated before. So, my undergrad degree, I know what it's like to search for a job and just wait for interviews and just have that new transition in life. But as of now, I have decided I will not be going back to school because I just want to start my professional career. Schooling in the future is definitely not in the picture right now. So I think that's what scares me, is that school has been a part of my life for a long time. And now that I think about it, I won't ever be a student again.
Of all the things college taught me, and there were many, I would say there is one that supersedes all the rest. This unfortunate fact is that everybody miscommunicates all the time, from professors to students. It was like I was living in the Tower of Babel. It's commonplace in universities for people to disagree without realizing that they're not even speaking the same language, so to speak. There are fundamental disagreements on the state of things, on definitions, on groups of people. Often, conversations would get fiery because rhetoric is easy to make inflammatory when you don't understand what worldview your peer is operating under. For the sake of social cohesion, it is essential to speak clearly on your positions and to enter every conversation assuming that the other person has something to teach you. Be open to new ideas. Be curious, be understanding, and not heavy-handed and judgmental.
I think I learned to take a chance on myself. Taking a chance on yourself, whether it's saying yes to higher education, furthering your athletic career, or going straight to vocational schooling, is important. There aren't that many people that are going to guide you through life. I feel that you have to be the one to take the chance on yourself. I never thought that I would end up at USC. I went to Cal State LA and I graduated, took 2 years off, and didn't think that I was going to go back, and didn't think that I was going to be at USC. And here I am now with a master's degree.
I want to give a shout out to my mom. She is my rock. And like I said, whenever my dad wasn't around, she has been my dad and my mom at the same time. So I want to thank her with everything I have. I love her to death. And you know what? I did this for her, and I did this for my family.
I couldn't end this without the biggest thank you to my mother, Natalie. Not only was she a beacon of love and understanding for me throughout my very difficult childhood, but she never let me give up. She supported me through dropping out, but was always planning on how to get me back into school. She pulled me through my insanity and into college, putting me in a position to finally realize my self-worth and my purpose in life. Had I had any less of a mother, I would not be here today. I mean that in more than one way. How she did what she did as a single mother, I cannot fathom, but I would be repaying her with love and gratitude until the day I die.
I wanted to give a shout out and a thanks to those who supported me and inspired me to finish my college education. I do want to go back, like way back to my high school years, and give a special thank you to my mentors and coaches I had during high school. If it wasn't for them giving their time and being patient with me, I would have been another lost youth trying to figure out life alone. Coach DeRosas, Miss Salceda, Miss Vargas, Miss Hernandez. There are so many individuals in my life that were there for me and supported me. Another thank you would be my parents and my siblings for always checking in on me and being understanding of my mood swings. Lastly, my grandma for always making sure that I was fed. She lives in the San Fernando Valley, which is closer to Cal State LA. And so I would visit her and she would always feed me. And she always told me that she was so proud of me. And I think that's definitely a huge support and just inspired me to continue to finish my education.